closing things out, Dortmund and Hertha is one that I was really looking forward to this week. I felt like this was a measuring stick fixture for Hertha. They have looked really good. Don't get me wrong; they've won games and even drew in games that just a few weeks ago wouldn't even have been in. Um, Selfishly, I wanted a little bit more. I would have liked the draw, but if you tell me, this is without Cunha and you only lose to Dortmund 1-0, it's not the worst thing in the world, and it still, to me, shows how far you've come. Because they really frustrated that Dortmund side for a good part of that, and I mean, it really took a wonder goal from Imre Can. Is really the only thing that separates them. Yeah, that's what I got from that one. But Keenan, what's your feeling on Brandt up top? I know long term that's not the answer, but I think it does raise some questions about what Dortmund's able to do right now if and when Erling Haaland is not able to play.
Yeah. So for anybody who didn't see it, you saw it's Hazard, Sancho, and then Brandt running up top. It's sort of mixed between Hazard and Brandt being on the sheet as to who's starting up top. But all three of those guys just rotate through. We've talked about this earlier, back before Erling Haaland was on the team when Royce was up there, and you saw a lot of those guys sort of shuffling through. Makes for a very fluid system. Works a lot better in a scenario or a game where it's more open and you're able to counterattack a little bit better. You end up against a team that's better defensively, who's going to be more set up. You don't have that aerial threat or a big guy to play to. It's the same issues that they had before Erling Haaland. One of the reasons they went out and got, a pure striker for that reason. But two takeaways for me, both coming from the defensive line. Emre Can, massive signing for them. His ability to drop back in and take Hummel's place was massive for Dortmund. We've talked for hours on how well Hummels has played this whole season. And then on the other side, Boyata, who we've also praised continuously, had an incredible game, was winning challenges left and right. Nearly perfect game from him.
Yeah, that was a big one in our game chat. We were talking about Emre Can and how not only did he get the goal, but he was playing center back in that game, taking Mats Hummel's place nonetheless. Huge day for him. Akanji continues to look like a beast back there, a guy who we were just making fun of just a few weeks ago. I think Zagadou was kind of the loser on that squad, a guy that for me, I thought trajectory-wise, he was further along than Akanji, but he's kind of fallen down the pecking order there. He wanted to watch because he's still a talented young center back as well. On the Hertha side, tough news. Joe Russin is going to be out for the rest of the season. Picked up an ankle injury, so that's hard. I think Cunha should be back from his concussion, so that's going to help. But the injuries do stink for Hertha right now as they try to have this push for Europe. I thought Dorito looked good. He's shattering all kinds of records for distance run in matches. I think he has set the record last week and then broke it this week or something like that. So the man's a workhorse. I just think Labadia's fingerprints are still all over this side. All the question marks that we had about Hertha are really starting to be answered. Defensively, as Keenan said, Boyata has been a monster. They're getting goals. I think that they would have hoped to get a goal this one, but for the most part, I think they've been getting two goals a week. I think both teams showed a lot of grit. It's kind of ugly, in a 1-0, but from a defensive standpoint, there's a lot to appreciate.